Imagine a normal walk through your neighborhood. The sun is out, the streets are quiet. Then, a single crow lets out a scream. Within seconds, dozens of blackbirds launch from the trees, circling above your head. They're watching you and warning each other, acting as if they've all agreed that you are a threat. The strange part is, you haven't done anything to them today. You might not have even seen these specific birds before. But somewhere, days, months, or even years ago, a crow decided it doesn't like you, and somehow the rest of the flock knows it too. This behavior challenges our traditional biological assumptions. For a long time, we viewed animals as instinct-driven machines, reacting only to the present moment. We assumed they lacked the mental hardware required to hold resentment or carry a long-term grudge. Yet that scientific assumption has always clashed with reports from farmers and hunters. For generations, people who work closely with nature have insisted that crows distinctly remember individual faces and target those who have harmed them in the past. If these historical accounts are accurate, our foundational understanding of animal reflex is incomplete. Remembering a specific face across years suggests a level of complex memory we rarely attribute to birds. To investigate, researchers in Seattle designed a controlled experiment using distinct human face masks. While wearing these masks, the scientists briefly captured wild crows, safely tagged them, and then released them back into the wild. When the researchers returned to the area months and even years later, wearing those same masks, the crows erupted. The birds instantly recognized the specific faces of their captors, sounding alarm calls and mobbing the masked figures. In a world of moving objects, most are irrelevant noise, but a face tied to trauma becomes a high-priority data point predicting danger. As this timeline shows, prediction is survival. The crow that remembers a threat lives longer. This memory isn't a random behavioral quirk. It is a highly sophisticated, calculated preparation. The bird is staying alive tomorrow by using exactly what it learned yesterday. During the follow-up visits in Seattle, researchers noticed something even more unexpected. Young crows, birds that were never captured and had never even seen the masks before, began reacting and attacking as well. This is cultural transmission. The crows actively teach their network, spreading the dangerous human's identity like a story. This shared data creates an evolutionary advantage. Warning the flock ensures collective survival, inherently protecting the individual who shared the warning. This level of memory is anchored by biology. When a wild crow is trapped and terrified, its heart races and it forcefully struggles against unfamiliar hands. That intense physical stress leaves a deep, persistent imprint on the avian brain. Human memory works in a similar way. Our clearest recollections are rarely ordinary moments. They are the moments tied to fear, joy, or loss. Intense emotion instructs the brain that a specific event is too important to forget. Scientists are finding these emotionally weighted memories across diverse species. Elephants gather around their dead. Dolphins carry deceased calves. Ravens form long-term social bonds. In all these cases, emotions and memory are inextricably linked. The grudge, we observe, is actually the maintenance of vital social knowledge. It is a long-term survival strategy, powered by an intense emotional response, strong enough to endure for years. When a crow remembers a dangerous face and warns its family, it is repeating a process that shaped our own evolutionary history. Using emotional memory to navigate threats and protect a social group is the same mechanism that has guided human survival for thousands of generations. For centuries, we drew a strict line between human reason and animal instinct. But every year, science pushes that line further back as we discover how much our cognitive processes overlap. Abilities we once thought were unique to humans are provably shared. Crows recognize faces, teach their young, form complex relationships, and let past experiences dictate their future behavior. This raises a difficult question about the nature of consciousness. If a bird is capable of learning, trusting, and fearing based on its history, the traditional definitions of personhood become increasingly blurry. These discoveries suggest that we are not witnessing animals becoming more human. Instead, we are finally recognizing that human intelligence operates on the same ancient foundations found in the avian mind. The next time you see a crow watching you from a telephone wire, consider the mind behind those dark eyes. It is evaluating the past, navigating a complicated social world, and deciding if you deserve its trust.